The chakra system and the Kabbalistic Tree of Life are presented as ancient maps of consciousness. The chakra system illustrates consciousness ascending through the human body. Conversely, the Kabbalistic Tree of Life depicts consciousness descending into form. Despite their opposing directions, both systems represent a shared journey of consciousness. These systems offer complementary perspectives on the nature and evolution of consciousness. The chakra system maps energy centers along the human spine. The Kabbalistic Tree of Life maps emanations of divine light into matter. Both systems serve as symbolic representations of fundamental processes. These systems use different symbols to describe similar underlying concepts. Different cultures independently developed comparable symbolic systems. The central concept involves consciousness interacting with matter. Both systems describe consciousness learning to inhabit matter. The systems also depict consciousness transcending matter. This is presented not as a belief system, but as a developmental process. These are viewed as progressive stages of awareness. The developmental stages of awareness include foundation, integration, and perspective. These stages represent evolving ways of perceiving and understanding. They are not fixed endpoints, but rather a continuous refinement of awareness. The process of maturation involves a deepening and broadening of one's understanding. Awareness refines itself through these stages, leading to more nuanced perspectives. The focus is on the evolving dynamic between awareness and form. This perspective shifts attention away from changes in the physical body. It also de-emphasizes alterations in the external world. Ascent is depicted as a process of inclusion. This inclusion is viewed from a broader, more encompassing perspective. Embodiment is presented as a foundational concept. It is a prerequisite for consciousness to ascend to higher states. This concept is represented by Muladhara in the chakra system. It is also represented by Malkuth in the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. Both systems emphasize embodiment as the starting point for spiritual development. Muladhara, known as the root chakra, is the first energy center in the body. It primarily governs the aspects of survival and stability. Muladhara is also responsible for physical grounding. It anchors prana, or life force, within the body to prevent energy dispersion. Malkuth is the 10th Sephira in the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. It is positioned as the lowest sphere on the tree. Malkuth represents the physical world. It symbolizes the point where spirit and matter intersect. Malkuth is where divine light manifests into tangible form. It is often referred to as the kingdom due to its role as the final expression of divine energy. Muladhara and Malkuth share a structural parallel in esoteric traditions. Both represent fundamental grounding points within their respective systems. They emphasize the necessity of embodiment as a prerequisite. This embodiment is essential before any spiritual ascent or progression can occur. The cerebrospinal system is recognized in Western science as the central hub of the nervous system. This system parallels the flow of prana as understood in yogic science. Both systems utilize the same structural pathways within the body. In yogic science, Muladhara serves as the foundational base for this system. Therefore, the cerebrospinal system integrates neurological and energetic concepts. Malkuth is not an inferior state, but a foundational ground. It is where the soul learns about materiality and its properties. Malkuth facilitates the integration of abstract potential into lived experience. It is not a stage to be escaped, but a realm for experiential learning. A common misconception is viewing embodiment as an obstacle to overcome. This misconception often leads to prematurely seeking transcendence. Rushing towards transcendence without proper grounding can cause fragmentation. higher stages of development risk collapsing without a solid foundation in embodiment. Therefore, embodiment is not an obstacle, but a necessary foundation for higher development. This practice involves slow, conscious nasal breathing. Attention is directed towards the feet or seat during breathing. The goal is to feel the body's weight and the support beneath it. Emphasis is placed on physical contact rather than visualization. The first principle posits that consciousness is limited by its experiential foundation. Consciousness cannot transcend the boundaries of what it has not directly experienced or inhabited. This principle emphasizes the importance of foundational experiences for higher states of awareness. Muladhara and Malkuth symbolize the need for a stable base before progression. These concepts suggest grounding and stability are prerequisites for expansion. Therefore, one must establish a firm foundation before attempting to elevate or broaden consciousness. Integration represents a subsequent stage in the development of consciousness. This stage focuses on unifying opposing elements within the self. Anahata, the heart chakra, serves as a key center for this integration process. Tiferet, representing beauty, also plays a central role in achieving integrated consciousness. Anahata, known as the heart chakra, is a key component of the seven-chakra system. It is positioned at the center of the chakra system, acting as a fulcrum between opposing energies. Anahata governs essential aspects of human experience, including compassion and self-awareness. It also plays a crucial role in relational presence, influencing how individuals connect with others. Tiferet, translating to beauty, occupies a central position within the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. It functions as a point of equilibrium, mediating between opposing forces. Specifically, Tiferet harmonizes Hesed, representing mercy or loving kindness, and Gevura, which embodies severity or judgment. Tiferet holds the tension between expansion, Hesed, and contraction, Gevura, creating balance. A structural parallel exists between two systems. Both systems position their integrative center at the midpoint. This positioning affects how consciousness relates to experience. Specifically, it shifts the relationship. The shift is characterized by a widening of perspective. The integrative center's placement enhances overall awareness. The heart symbolizes the intersection of individual and universal consciousness. It facilitates the expansion of self-awareness to encompass the concept of otherness. This expansion occurs without compromising the individual's sense of coherence. The heart represents an inclusive ascent, integrating diverse perspectives. This integration fosters a broader understanding of the self within a larger context. In Western physiology, the heart is recognized as the central organ of circulation. This parallels the concept of prana flowing through Anahata in Eastern traditions. Anahata is considered a key energy center within the body. The heart's function stabilizes the entire energetic body, according to this perspective. Tiferet operates as a central mediator within the Sephirot. It is positioned to receive influence from the higher Sephirot. Tiferet then transmits this received influence downward to other Sephirot. This process balances divine intention originating from above. It also accounts for material limitations present in the lower realms. The current stage of consciousness shift involves increased capacity. This capacity is characterized by the ability to hold more information or complexity. A key aspect is maintaining coherence without fragmentation. This involves distinguishing genuine maturity from inflated ego. It requires avoiding swings between extreme perspectives or behaviors. The goal is to achieve a balanced and integrated state of awareness. This practice involves gentle nasal breathing. The focus of awareness should rest in the chest area. The aim is to promote stability in the midpoint. This technique avoids generating strong emotions. Visualization is also intentionally avoided during this practice. Perspective represents the final stage in a consciousness model. It involves touching unity consciousness. Sahasrara and Keter symbolize this transcendence. They represent the origin point of all manifestation beyond individual form. Non-directed awareness is a conceptual practice. It posits that awareness is inherently present. This awareness is considered whole and complete. It emerges naturally as individuals mature. This emergence is contingent on the maturation of lower developmental stages. The practice emphasizes recognizing this inherent and naturally emerging awareness.